Hello.
Hello.
Hey
It's
y'all.
Tabatha Fro.
And Britt Britt.
What y'all out there doing? We had to jump on. We had to jump on. We had to jump on. Let's start, as always, with a scripture.
Yes, Lord.
And this will be the Bible in basic English. Breaking it
Listen
down
carefully
for the
now.
people.
Listen, y'all.
Breaking it.
Mm-hmm.
It says, Proverbs 18:6. A foolish man's lips are a cause of fighting, and his mouth makes him open to blows.
You know, Brother Jerome wrote that verse in there. When you told me about that verse, I was like, what? Even the Bible
It
say?
says, the Bible
The
says it.
Bible.
But all jokes aside, what y'all out here doing? Don't do it.
Come on. Yeah.
When, when is there time for blows?
Yeah.
I can think of
We
certain
have to
situations. Not a lot.
distinguish it, please. Come
Not
on.
a lot. Not
Mm-hmm.
many.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Something to do with your children. Disrespect of your mom, your dad. But not in a setting where everything's supposed to be lively and joking and everybody else is joking.
Sure. And did you want to
Mm-hmm.
add on to that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a thing with me about when should we be throwing hands off of verbal things that people are saying. You know, if nobody is touching you or
Yeah.
handling you wrong, or again, just laying hands, when do we lose that ability to control ourselves and our emotions? And again, this is no judgment on either side of what we know has taken place this week.
Mm-hmm.
Our emotions. And again, this is no judgment on either side of what we know has taken place this week.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely no judgment. But
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it's important to have this conversation because based on the things I've seen people saying, the opinions that are coming in, and it's like, one, how are you all rushing to judgment on either side? Two, so everybody now out here, oh, if that was me, I would have handled it. I would have beat up something for my wife too. So like 100,000 of y'all finna catch cases because somebody done said something about your wife. Like I get the insensitive vibrato behind it, if you will. However, we don't know on either side if he was really being malicious or what. And if you don't know somebody's intention, audience, then how are y'all chiming in and saying what you would or would not have done? But the main thing goes back to for all of us, for everybody who's saying you would have did this or you would have done that. When do we have conversation about emotional intelligence and about controlling yourself and controlling your actions, being the bigger person? Like you could have very well just sat out in that audience and just told him like you did, keep my wife's name out your mouth. I think that would have been just due without having to take that extra step and go on stage and slap another black man in front of all of America or whoever else was watching. Again, no shade, no dig towards either party involved, but come on, people. Everybody that's rooting and routing around it for it, like, yeah, yeah, come on, y'all. Ain't none of y'all, there's no cases. And it's,
And I
mm-hmm.
think the mom in me says this all the time. I say it all the time. I truly do. Everybody just keep their hands to themselves.
Just keep them to yourself. Just keep them
We've
to
been
yourself.
hearing
It's
that
that
since we've been
simple.
kids. Just keep your hands to
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Yeah.
We started off with that scripture. I mean, it was funny. Yes, it was, given the situation. But seriously, the real serious scripture that comes to mind when you think about instances of folks getting angry and not letting cooler heads prevail. The
Mm-hmm.
real one is from James 1 and 19 that I think is
Mm-hmm.
appropriate for this situation. I'm going to read from the New Living Translation. Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry.
Yeah. And that one takes time to learn. I ain't gonna front to you. None of us are perfect, right? That's why I kept prefacing this with there's no judgment, no shade, no nothing on either party because we're all human at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But it does take practice to really sit in that the verse you just gave. It takes practice and self control and self discipline to be able to sit in that type of mindset to where you pick and choose your battles literally. You think first, literally, So even coming from the side of Chris and saying the joke or whatever, we still don't know what this man knew, don't know what the intention was behind it. I can't stand when we rally so quickly as a people to, say what we think we know. Yeah, he did this and this is, they got 5 years history and blah, blah, blah. Nobody freaking knows. Everybody calm the heck down and let's really look at the main point of this whole situation.
The main
Because I
point
heard,
of every situation is just be calm. I think
yeah,
there could have been a conversation either after or whatever, but
mm-hmm.
now you have a situation where you rush to do something and now you wish you hadn't done it. About that one right there, because
It was, sorry, it wasn't a whole open face, but we ain't gonna go there. It's just like, what's going on right now? But I'll tell you this, my main thing I wanted to
it's a
see.
war going on
Yeah, it's so much
instead of
more in the world
cleaning
going
the
on.
streets.
Yes. And this pauses the whole world and causes people to divide. Calm down and don't rush to judgment, people. But what we can agree on is it's a time and a place for everything. And everybody gets to have some grace.
I can't take you nowhere. I can't take you
They
nowhere.
can't take each other nowhere because from what we can see, she never put a hand up and say, hey, baby, just chill out. Just chill out. I agree.
Yes.
We can't take you nowhere.
Mm.
We can't take each other nowhere.
So with that being said, we just want to thank you guys for the support. We're making light of the situation, but it's really not funny. I mean,
It's
because
not.
this is why we are in the situation with some of our kids and things like that.
Yes,
Is
the
that
babies are watching.
babies are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Watch what you do. We just had a segment. What was the segment?
Yeah, we learned it from you. I learned it from you.
Watching you.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
And the kids are also listening to how you respond to certain things, parents. So not even just them being on TV and it's happening, but how are y'all responding in front of your children? Whether you're making them feel like this is okay or it's not, So it still falls on all of us. We're all responsible
Yeah, I
for
think
how
so
we
too.
present. Mm-hmm. But shut up sometimes. Sorry.
Where that came from.
I know. Just shut up sometimes. Sorry.
Okay, so with that being said, don't forget to
Bye.
like
Subscribe
and
and
share
share.
it.
Yes.
So
See y'all
how you
soon.
doing?
Bye. Watch what you do now.
Bye.